Setting up individual voicemails inside of GoHighLevel per phone number. Is it possible? Hey, I'm Don Ross. I own Patriot Business Systems, and we help small businesses set up a repeatable sales process with follow-up to bring in revenue. Today, we're going to talk through what is possible with the voicemail settings within GoHighLevel, and is it possible to set up a specific voicemail for a phone number? Businesses typically do something around, hey, I've got bandit signs on one phone number, direct mail maybe on another phone number, my online ads or the website have a different phone number. It's very possible because of those different marketing channels that you would want to have a different voicemail behind it. However, if you're in the back end of GoHighLevel and setting up phone numbers or in here looking at your phone numbers, you'll notice that you only have this one section for voice. And if we go in here, voicemails, you can see that we can set up a voicemail. So that's the only option. If we go to my staff and you go into your settings and voicemails, we can see that there is an option for a voicemail per person. So if we go in here and call and voicemails, we can scroll down. We've got a spot to set up a voicemail specifically for me. But again, this does not get us to a point where we can set up a voicemail for individual phone numbers. So in order to do that, you're going to need to go over to the automations section inside of your GoHighLevel platform. So if we go over there now, I'll show. Okay, so left side here, you're looking for automation, and you're going to go ahead and click on that. Once you go in there, you're going to want to create a folder. I'd recommend creating a phone numbers, voicemail phone numbers, or name it something around you're creating voicemails for your phone numbers, inbound, outbound, however you see fit. And then you're going to create inside of that folder a automation from scratch. When you do that, this is going to open up. It'll be blank. It'll have just a feature where you can add a trigger. And I'd recommend starting with naming your workflow and go ahead and put in the phone number, the name, and voicemail. So it's able to be searched very quickly. Trigger wise, go ahead and click on trigger. You're going to select start IVR. You're going to find the phone number in your drop down, which one you're trying to set it up for. Go ahead and save that trigger. When you do, you're going to click this little plus symbol, and connect call is what you're going to pick. Connect call, and then you have the option or availability to select a user or multiple users that it should ring right here. And there is this little feature that says add custom number, and you can put a forwarding number here. Now, some things to think about right here. If you have one or multiple users here and they're set to where they only get ring either in the web app or the app in the phone itself, if they are offline and you have no phone number that currently gets forwarded to, it's going to either ring 0 times and go straight to voicemail, or it's going to ring once and go to voicemail. I'm not a huge fan of that. I prefer that it rings 6, 8, 10 times like a regular phone and then goes to voicemail. My workaround for that was to set up a Google Voice. And when you set up a Google Voice, it's going to make you give a phone number to forward, normally a cell phone, things like that. Most of us do not want our cell phone to be forwarded or rang to if we're doing it this way, where we're setting up Google Voice rather than just putting our cell phone in here. So what you would do is after you set up Google Voice, you would go into settings and then linked numbers, just delete that phone number out of that forwarding portion. So it's no longer going to ring your cell phone, but it will ring 6 to 8 times like you wanted it to when somebody calls your tracking number here in GoHighLevel. Under advanced settings, you're going to want roughly 8 to 10 seconds for a timeout, and record call. Know if you're in a two-party state, one-party state, and what you're doing with the recordings, if you're going to do that or not, and then your time limits. This is about right, is what I've kind of figured out here. Once it rings for about 10 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds on whatever you put in here, it's going to go to our voicemail down here. So this is where you insert a specific voicemail that you want for this phone number. So we come through here, we're saying we're recording a voicemail. If they pause for 5 seconds, it ends the voicemail. Max length is this. So we're not getting charged for anything crazy. If they leave a long voicemail or a bot is doing it, leave it to that. If you should leave it somewhere around there. And then the voicemail itself, we're going to select the option in the drop down of play message. upload your MP3 file or WAV file of your voicemail and then save the action. Make sure that you publish it and it's saved here. That now turns it on for this specific phone number. So I'm going to pop over to our phone number section and we'll see that this is now taken over the settings for that phone number. Okay, so we're in the phone number section. We got here by being on our main menu and coming down to the bottom, clicking settings, and then phone system. Let me go back. Phone system on the left, which is kind of halfway down, and then our phone numbers will load. Now, the number that we worked on to set up a voicemail was this mailer's phone number. So if we go into edit configuration, which is where you normally set up who it should ring, where it should forward to, does it play a whisper message, all that different stuff, you can see it's telling us, hey, you have a workflow that is taken over and is controlling these settings at this point. So just note that kind of this is taking over those default settings. So if you did set something up, that workflow now handles all of that. So if you do not have a workflow set up, it will default. So if I go in here, edit configuration, you can see it's back to normal. It will default to coming in, it'll time out after 20 seconds on this one, and it'll go to our regular voicemail that was under the voice section in the phone settings. If I go back, voice right here, and then voicemail, this recording is what's used as a default if we do not have a workflow set up. So there you go. That's how you're going to set up an individual voicemail for phone numbers inside of GoHighLevel. If you have questions or need any assistance, patriotbusinesssystems.com, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Central Time. Our chat support is available over there. If you're interested in getting more information or our systems and setups that we have available, we have some around real estate, car detailing, and home services currently. Always adding on to that. But if you have any questions, concerns around that, feel free to schedule a call with us over at patriotbusinesssystems.com. Additionally, in the description of this video, I will make sure that our community link that we have where people can ask how-to questions is available. You're able to join that and ask questions in there. There's no charge to that. So if you're a high-level user, get in there, ask questions, and learn from the community. And we obviously will learn from you probably as well. Anything that you need, reach out. Would love to talk.